My brother, where do you intend to go tonight? I've heard that you missed your connecting flight to the Blue Ridge Mountains over near Tennessee. You're ever welcome here whenever you may like. Let's drive to the countryside, leave behind some green-eyed look-alike, so no one gets worried, no. So no one gets worried, no. But Sean, don't get careless, I'm sure it'll be fine. I love you, oh brother of mine. In the quivering forest, where the shivering dog rests, our good grandfather built a wooden nest, and the river got frozen, and our roads got snowed in, and the yellow moon glowed bright till the morning light. Terribly, my child, even if you don't mind. In the quivering forest, where the shivering dog rests, our good grandfather built a wooden nest, and the river got frozen, and our roads got snowed in, and the yellow moon glowed bright till the morning light. Terribly, my child, even if you don't mind. No, no, no. What's up, Dylan? How you doing, buddy? I might do a Fleet Foxes song tonight, but not that one. What do you want to hear, Dylan? This is going to be a very short. Oh, me, oh, my, oh, take a look at Miss Ohio. She's riding around with a rag top down. Says I want to do right, but not right now. I want to go higher than that. got some new strings on this guitar, and I really want to open up the, you know. Take a look at Miss Ohio. She's riding around with a rag top down. No, it's up there. Oh, me, oh, my, oh. Take a look at Miss Ohio. She's riding around. See, that's 2 up there. Let's go. Ooh. Ooh, oh, me, oh, my, oh. Take a look at Miss Ohio. She's riding around with a rag top down. Says she wanna do right, but not right now. Gonna drive through Atlanta and live out this fantasy, riding around with a rag top down. Says I wanna do right, just not right now. Of a regimental soldier before mama starts pushing that wedding gown. Says she wanna do right, just not right now. Oh, me, oh, my, oh. Take a look at Miss Ohio. She's riding around with a rag top down. Says she wanna do right, just not right now. I'm gonna straighten it out somehow. Says I wanna do right, just not right now. Oh, me, oh, my, oh. Take a look at Miss Ohio. She's riding around with a rag top down. Says she wanna do right, just not right now. Says she wanna do right, just not right now. That is a song by the great Gillian Welch, David Rawlings. Gillian Welch is famously the voice that sang along with Alison Krauss and Emmylou Harris the "Go to sleep, you little baby. Go to sleep, you little baby. You and me and the devil makes 3. Don't leave nobody but the baby." And "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?" Gillian Welch, Emmylou Harris, and Alison Krauss were the voices of the Sirens. And man, what a soundtrack that was. I gotta tighten up this screw here. You ever hear that song? I need the lyrics to it. Uh-oh. Oh, the bitter winds are coming in, and I'm already missing the summer. Well, Stockholm's cold, but I've been told I was born to endure this kind of weather. When it's you, I find like a ghost in my mind. I'm defeated, and I'll gladly wear the crown. Well, I'll be your Emmylou, and I'll be your June, and you'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. Oh, just sing, little darling, sing with me. Song by First Aid Kit. Now so much I know that things just don't grow if you don't bless them with your patience. And I've been there before. I've held up the door for every stranger with a promise. But I'm holding back all that strength that I lack. Every morning keeps returning at my window, and it brings me to you, and I won't just pass through, but I'm not asking for a storm. I'll be your Emmylou, and I'll be your June, if you'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. And yes, I might have lied to you, but you wouldn't be better knowing the truth. I was frightened, but I held fast. I need you now at long last. Such a sweet song. I'll be your Emmylou, and I'll be your June, if you'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. Oh, I'll be your Emmylou, and I'll be your June, if you'll be my Graham and my Johnny too. No, I'm not asking much of you. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. Just sing, little darling, sing with me. First Aid Kit is such a good band. Do you guys know anything about First Aid Kit? I'll be your jelly roll-and your hootie too, if... What's his wife's name? You know anything about First Aid Kit? First Aid Kit kind of rules, man. They're a band out of Stockholm, and they have some of the greatest. Man, their lyrics are incredible. They got this song that you know what? We're here. Why not? Now the pale morning sings a forgotten dream. She plays a tune for those who wish to overlook the fact that they've been blindly deceived by those who preach and pray and teach. And she falls short and the night explodes in laughter. So don't you come here and say that I didn't warn you about the way the world can alter, and oh how you try to command it all still by examining your timid smile, like the way where the old wind blows you back around. Well, I'm a goddamn coward, but then again so are you. And the lions roar, the lions roar, with me beating and hollering for you, and I never really knew what to do. Well, I guess sometimes I wish you were a little more predictable, that I could read just like a book. And oh, I can only guess just what's coming next by examining your timid smile, like the way where the old wind blows you back around. And I'm a goddamn fool, but then again so are you. And the lions roar, as me seeking out and searching for you, and I never really knew just what to do. Somehow I wish I could find my Rosemary Hill, and I would stand up and look out across the deserted lakes, and I'd sing. And every once in a while I'd sing a song for you to rise above the mountains and the stars and the seas. And if I wanted it to, then it would lead you back to me. And the lions roar is something that I have heard before, a children's tale, a lonesome wail of a lion's roar. Something like that. That's a good one. I love that song, man. Oh, I love that song. What's up, Jason? What's up, Trick? Haven't laughed this hard in a long time. Better stop a sight to see. She's good to me, but I'm already somebody's baby. She's such a pretty thing, and she knows everything, but I'm already somebody's baby. You don't deserve to be lonely. Those drugs you've got won't make you feel better. Pretty soon you'll find it's the only little part of your life you're keeping together. Well, she's nice to me, and it's good to me, but I'm already somebody's baby, and I can make you smile, and then you stay a while. But how long will you stay with me, baby? Because your candle burns too bright, I almost forgot it was twilight. Even if I think that you are right, I'm tired of being down, I got no fight. You can make you smile, and you'd stay a while. How long would you stay with me, baby? Such a pretty thing, and knows everything, but I'm already somebody's baby. Already somebody's baby. Elliott Smith is a different monster, isn't he? What a brain that guy had, man. Good Lord. Because your candle burns too bright, I almost forgot it was twilight. Holy shit, man. What a brain that guy had. Thank you, Dylan. That means a lot coming from you, buddy. Man, it's just, there's a thing about sharing art that you got to put yourself in it. The art doesn't exist without us putting our seasoning on it, Like anybody can just I like running things through my filter, and I think I have a good musical filter where I can listen to a song for so long or listen to it so many times that when I do it, it feels like it's mine. You know? Yeah, and I'm not worried about this one because this is only for a handful of people early in the morning. Uh, so it doesn't really matter if I end up having to share revenue or whatever. I don't care about that. Um, I like playing these songs, and I was sitting here by myself doing this, and I tried to record a video, but my storage is full. So Jason's pretty much one of the only ones here that watches the driving talks regularly. Jason, it's going to be a minute before I get another driving talk out because I haven't recorded a lot, and what I haven't taken off of my phone. Uh, Thank you, Trick. Um, this thing that's happening right now, man, like I'm trying to play along. I'm doing different types of streams. I uploaded a bunch of shorts earlier that I had clipped out. Um, and yeah, I'm trying to adapt. Trying to adapt the best that I can. But much like this guitar who's been through hell can still make some pleasant noise. I feel a lot like this guitar. Look at this thing, man. You know, we both used to look brand new, like just fresh. But age has done its best to both of us, you know. Uh, we're both carrying the weight of a lot of years. Uh, um, I'm not even worried about the views. I don't care. It's not in my interest. It's not in my best interest to care about that right now. Hello, Lucy. So good to see you today. Um, yeah, it's in my best interest to not worry about that. Like I've come to terms with the fact that like however long this drop off lasts, uh, however long this drop off lasts, um, whatever happens, I don't have any control over that. What I do have control over is what I do. And I think that what I've been putting out on YouTube is helpful for people, and I think that it gives people a place to hang out where they feel safe for a certain amount of hours a night. It's almost like like a park bench under a big security light that just feels safe. And I don't know if I'm the light or the bench or if I'm just the space or what it is. I don't know what my role is in this thing. But whatever it is, I'm here to be it. What's up, Beer? Good to see you. Good morning. Oh, rapping Trick. Um, yeah, I don't know what it is that I'm doing in this thing or what it is These new strings do sound pretty nice, though, right? I don't know how in tune I am, by the way. I tuned this thing by ear earlier, and I haven't I don't even know if I have a tuner close by. I don't. Uh, I had a 12 string for a long time. I got it repaired for my dad, but I gave it back to him. And I think he still has it. I got used to playing the 12 string so much and having those really full sounding chords. So like I'll try to mimic some of them like that kind of it gives the 12 string sound with a 6 strings. It has that the doubling up of a lot of those chords, or a lot of those notes in a chord rather. I'm moving further away from the point. I do love a good 12 string, and the Twin Peaks. Man, Angelo, rest in peace, Angelo Badalamenti. He was one of the greatest composers of our time, and David Lynch is a brilliant mind to have directed him in that. Hell yeah. Nice. Nice, Lucy. I had all kinds of instruments, but I've really I got my the thing that I probably touched the most is this little guy right here. Remember when you were young, you shine like the sun, shine on you, crazy diamond. Yeah, I like the mandolin. I play this a lot. I don't really play it. I just have it in my hand while whatever's going on, and I'll like play along with the score of whatever game I'm watching somebody play, or that's how I learned how to play guitar. Oh, it just fell. Who cares? That's how I learned how to play like guitar. I would just sit along with like back in the day. My granddad was a big Weather Channel guy, and Weather Channel just always had some kind of little jazz thing playing in the background, or some kind of progressive thing playing, like music playing, and I would just sit and like kind of jam with the Weather Channel, as lame as that sounds. But I also have banjo and bass and electric and some keys that are MIDI keys, and the reaction is ass. And I got a djembe. I have a whole band's worth of equipment in my room here. But this old girl right here, this old girl right here is, she's the one. I've had this one, I've had this one the longest out of all of my instruments. Um, I got this guitar when I was 18 years old, and I am, I'll be 40 this year. I should throw a band together, man. Everybody always tells me that I need to start a band, but man, I know that this is crazy, but man, I thrive by myself. I'm not big on group activities, you know. As weird as that sounds. Uh, but yeah, man, this thing. I wrote a song about this guitar, about having been with me for the longest time. Like she's the only one that's like not left me. The only thing that hasn't left me in life. Uh, and I don't know why. I just kind of, not to go too personal, but like, that's just been a thing, a reoccurring event in my life is being left. And even when it's not a malicious leaving, sometimes I will take offense to it. But this has been the one thing that has like stayed, stuck with me, and I am forever grateful for that. There's a man who walks beside me, and he's who I used to be. And I wonder if she sees him and confuses him with me. And I wonder who she's pining for on nights I'm not around. Could it be the man who did the things I'm doing now? I was rougher than the timber shipping out of Pond du Lac when I headed south at 17, that sheriff on my back. Never held a lover in my arms or in my gaze till I found me another victim every couple days. Well, you couldn't stay a loner on the plains before the war. My neighbors took to slighting me, I had to ask what for. Rumors of my wickedness had reached our little town. Soon she'd heard about the boys I used to hang around. Well, the night I fell in love with her, I made my weakness known to the fighters and the farmers digging dusty fields alone. Jealous innuendos from the mouths of jealous men let me know what kind of country I was sleeping in. Well, we robbed a Great Lakes freighter, killed a couple men aboard. When I told her, her eyes flickered like the sharp steel of a sword. All the things that she suspected, I had expected her to fear. It was the truth that drew her to me when I landed here. There's a man who walks beside me, and he's who I used to be. But I wonder if she sees him and confuses him with me. I wonder who she's pounding for on nights when I'm not around. Could it be the man who did the things I'm doing now? Well, I carved her cross from live oak and her box from short leaf pine. Buried her so deep she touched the water table line. Gathered what I needed, then I headed south again. And to myself I wondered, will I ever find another friend? There's a man who walks beside me, and he's who I used to be. And I wonder if she sees him and confuses him with me. And I wonder who she's pining for on nights when I'm not around. Could it be the man who did the things I'm living now? You ever hear that? It's a Jason Isbell song. He's a hell of a songwriter. It's about to be 7:30. We'll do a couple more. I gotta probably lay down. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for reminding them, Lucy. Yeah, Jason Isbell. Jason Isbell from Muscle Shoals, Alabama. There's a lot of magic that has come from Muscle Shoals, Alabama, music-wise. A lot of artists from all over the world come to this little small town in rural Alabama to record a lot of their music. The Rolling Stones recorded there, Paul Simon, but they also recorded a lot of OG, like Aretha Franklin, Etta James, Jerry Wexler, from, what was it? Was it Atlantic Records? I forget what record company it was, but he recorded a lot of his. He was a big time producer, and he would come down to Muscle Shoals to record at Rick Hall's studio there in Muscle Shoals, and a lot of like Aretha Franklin's Respect were recorded by this random house band. There's just a bunch of country boys from Alabama, just country people, and everybody went down. And there was a story about Paul Simon who said, "Now I want the same black players." Paul Simon said this. "I want the same black players that played on." That played on Aretha Franklin's Respect. And the producer was like, I don't mean to disappoint you, but these boys are mighty pale. There's a bunch of old white guys. Yeah, that's right. It's just Stax Records from Detroit. That was the home of Stax Records. And yeah, they sent them down to Muscle Shoals to record and Etta James was the same. He was like, you gotta, the Rick Hall was like a bulldog producer. And for those that don't, in the music industry, like, there are producers who will let you do what you want to do and just they're there to record. There are producers who will push you to be better than you currently are. There are producers who will push you to sound as good as you can. And Rick Hall was one of those producers. And he could really push somebody to get that sound that he wanted. And everybody would call him like, he wanted it his way. And if you don't get it his way, we're going to sit there and work it until you get his way. But the thing was, is the man was a hit making machine. The man was just hit after hit after hit. The first song that he ever cut was with, I believe, um, shit, was it Percy Sledge? He's Rick Hall is the producer who recorded "When a Man Loves a Woman" by Percy Sledge. Y'all remember that? What's up, Rhino? Y'all remember "When a Man Loves a Woman" by Percy Sledge? Rick Hall was the guy who did that. They had to, if you remember, you just think back to that super high "When a Man." I can't even do it right now without getting crazy loud in here, which I don't want to do. But he figured out a way to set up the microphones in the room in a way where Percy Sledge, uh, he could sing or sing into the microphone in a way to where he wasn't blowing everything out because he had no training. He was literally Percy Sledge's words describing how he said, "I was singing like I sang in the fields, picking tobacco with his mom." And they were like, he literally just wailed. It's a wail, and it's a way of singing that a lot of people have in the South. And it's a crazy, it's a crazy loud, beautiful wail that Percy Sledge has. But man, "When a Man Loves a Woman," that was one of the first songs that he had ever produced, Rick Hall, and it was a hit. It was a number one hit. But "Steal Away" was the very first one. Oh shit, who was "Steal Away" by? I don't think that was Percy. It was shit. I forget who that was, but the song was called "Steal Away." And I'm not talking about this, and I'm not to be confused with "Slip Away." Slip away, slip away, slip away. I think he recorded that as well, but "Steal Away" was a hit. I forget what it was, who it was that did it, but Rick Hall was a hit making machine, man. And then word got around, the original producing crew and the original band split up, and they went and they started their own studio in town called Muscle Shoals Sound that was outside of Fame Studios. Rick Hall was Fame, and Muscle Shoals Sound was the God, what was his name? I know all these guys' names. Shit. It doesn't matter for the sake, but um, the Rolling Stones wanted to come and record there. So the Rolling Stones came and they recorded Wild Horses. They recorded Wild Horses and Girl with Faraway Eyes and all that stuff in Muscle Shoals. It was crazy. Jimmy Cliff. Jimmy Cliff. I'm pretty sure that a lot of British artists came over to record in Muscle Shoals. But man, it's such a beautiful documentary they did on that about all the bands that play there. What's up, Velvet? But yeah, I really do. I don't know. I like knowing. Man, I do music. You know, it would be weird if I didn't study up on the thing that I do. I did it for so long. It was always so interesting to me. Like I loved watching those biopics of all those bands. My favorite movie growing up was a movie called That Thing You Do, and it was about a band from Pennsylvania that, like a high school garage band type deal, that just randomly has like does this show at this place and has this song that kind of becomes a hit. This guy pays to put it down on a record, and they end up making it big, and they become a one-hit wonder. And dude, it was just a beautiful movie that I loved. That kind of got me into music. What's up, Roadkill? Um, but yeah, it got me into music, and yeah, the drummer makes them be cool and fast. That's right. Because initially they wanted to be like, you doing that thing you do, breaking my heart. But the drummer comes in and does that, and then it. Doing that thing you do, breaking my heart into a million pieces, like you always do. 'Cause you be happy, can't you see? You love me, let me be the one to hold you, keep you here with me. 'Cause I tried and tried to forget you, girl. It's just so hard to do. Every day, just doing that thing you do. I can't hit those notes. I don't ask, girl, I don't ask, and I know. I love that movie, man. Oh God, that movie's so great. Oh, dude. And man, I don't know how long we'll be able to have this opinion about the guy, but God, Tom Hanks was so good in that movie, man. God, he was so great. Man, that movie is that movie. Out of my family doing all the stuff, none of that ever clicked. Uh, none of that ever clicked. Hell yeah, 555 smash burger. We're here for another few minutes. I'll try to. I'm gonna go probably till 8. Um, yeah, gender binary. David Bowie emoji. Um, but yeah, dude, that thing you do is the thing that ignited that musical flame in me. I remembered setting up. I had one of those popcorn. Y'all remember getting for Christmas? They were very popular in the 80s and 90s. Those big barrels of popcorn that was like a tin can of three different. You had buttered cheese and caramel popcorn in these big tin cans. I remember getting those when I was a kid, and I loved the popcorn, obviously, but those things sounded so good as they made such a good snare sound. And I had this big blue barrel that sat outside my bedroom, that was like it would catch rainwater, and it sat under the gutter. My grandmother used to use that to water the garden with, and I got I'd sit next to that barrel, and it has such a nice bass drum sound. So I just got started doing the bass drum on that thing, all with my hands, and the snare sound. Like that was some of the first music in my life that I remembered hearing and like accurately replicating. was the drum beat on that, because I started playing drums first before I played any of the other instruments. I'm much better at the other instruments now. Well, at least at guitar. Maybe I think I'm better on drums than I am in like bass or piano. Keys, I'm actually pretty solid on keys, but like I feel like I'm a better drummer than I am a lot of other instruments other than guitar. But yeah, I have played a cajon, but I always preferred a djembe. I always, yeah, I always preferred the hand drum with a skin, the skinned hand drum. But a cajon, they have a nice snare sound, but I was always afraid that I would break it because I'm quite heavy-handed, and also I'm quite plainly quite heavy. And a cajon is something that you sit on, and I don't necessarily like trying to beat to death the thing that I'm sitting on. Hell yeah, Trick. That's awesome, dude. The one thing that is most important to know about guitar is that two wrong notes do not exist next to one another. Bad notes are islands. Bad notes are always by themselves, and they are surrounded by good notes. So, for instance, I'm going to use G. So that's good note. That's a G7, so technically that's a good note still. But see, bad note, that means that one and that one are good. That one bad, that means on this side and this side of that note, they're both good. But then once you get to the end game, you can play the bad notes and make them sound good. Pull that Billy String shit that he does it. I can't play as fast as he can. Not like he's good. That Billy Strings kid, he's something else. Yeah, two bad notes don't exist next to one another. It's an impossibility in music. They just don't. Oh yeah, I know a little John Butler. I don't know any John Butler, but like what was that one? He was very big into like those open sounds, like. One of these days I'll wake up tired of the life I'm living and feel inspired to get off my ass and be on my way. One of these days I'll wake up steady and ready to go like Richard Petty. I'm gonna wake up and change my ways one of these days. One of these days, I'm gonna find me a better way to live my life. Carry on without a strife. I know it won't come easy, but believe me when I say I'm gonna wake up and change my ways one of these days. Dude, Billy Strings is the man. He did, man. My namesake, funnily enough, is by a band called Yonder Mountain String Band. I followed them for a summer. I went to a few of their shows, and dude, they just became quickly my favorite band. And yeah, so I kind of like the Yonder Mountain String Band was like, oh, Instagram. How about try a screen name when picking your screen name? Try it combining two things that you like. So I was like, all right, well, I'm a pretty big Harry Potter fan too, so why not Yonder Wizard? Why not? Let's just go with that. It was a whim. It was just on a whim where I'm just like, yeah, well, I like Yonder Mountain and I like Harry Potter, so I'm just going to be Yonder Wizard. And that's how it was all just an Instagram handle to start with. And anyway, their live experience for the Yonder Mountain String Band. Yeah, dude, R.I.P. Ronnie. Holy smokes, dude, how crazy is that, dude? So sad. But it's I didn't even know what Skyrim was back then. Yeah, and also, hey, that was always a thing. I had to sneak that in there. No, the reason I spelled it funny is because I never liked numbers after a name. Like a name and a bunch of numbers. I never liked that. So I was like, if I spell it funny, I'm definitely going to be the only one of this. And I could do that everywhere. So, like, I got Yonder Wizard on Instagram. I got it everywhere, spelled the way I spell it. Because I spelled it funny, I knew I would own that. I knew I would own that name everywhere because of because of spelling it funny. So I got that. Might still at yahoo.com. Just I got all of the things of all of the Yonder Wizard things, and spelling it like there's a Yonder Wizard out there who spells it correctly on Instagram. But yeah, I loved going to see Yonder Wizard, and going to see Yonder Mountain, and the closest thing that today's world can get to seeing Yonder Mountain at its peak is Billy Strings. And don't get me wrong, Billy Strings is the best. Dude, I mean, Billy Strings is much better musically. I mean, Adam Agela is a crazy good guitar player. He plays for the Yonder Mountain still. It's Adam Agela, David Johnston on banjo, Ben Kaufman on bass, and they have a couple of additional band members now whose name I do not know, but their front man who played mandolin was a guy by the name of Jeff Austin, who was a fucking live wire, man. This guy was just, on another planet, energy-wise. And you find out later it was because he was on all kinds of different drugs and things. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago. But man, that band, seeing them, and I was also on a bunch of psychedelics back in that era of my life. And I really, really dug what they had going on. I mean, it's not every day you're going to be able to hear a bluegrass band play Crazy Train by Ozzy. Or they did such great covers. They did "Ooh La La" by Faces, Rod Stewart. They covered that song. They covered a lot of Grateful Dead. And when I saw them, I got to see them with Peter Rowan and Tony Rice. Peter Rowan played with Jerry. They played together a lot with Jerry, and Tony Rice was arguably like the greatest bluegrass guitar player of the age. And I got to see him live, and this was long after the throat cancer had taken his voice, and he was an older man, but man, he could play, dude. R.I.P. Jeff, dude, for real. But dude, I got to see Tony Rice shortly before he passed, and that's you know, and dude, my ignorant ass, I didn't even know what I was witnessing. My dumb ass is thinking, who are these old guys up here? Let's get Yonder Mountain out here to rip this thing up. But dude, I had no idea what I was witnessing. And when I would like, I remembered explain going back. I worked at Starbucks at the time, and I worked with this cool old guy named Buzz. Shout out to Buzz. He's still out there kicking in New Mexico, living it up in the desert. Him and his bride Ginger. They were beautiful people. I love them so much. But I worked at Starbucks, came back to work, and told my buddy Buzz, "Yeah, I saw Yonder Mountain String Band," and he, "Yeah, I know, beer, it's crazy." But I went back and I was like, "Yeah, these guys opened up for him. This Peter Rowan and Tony Rice and Buzz. You saw Tony Rice?" And like I was like, "Yeah, who's that?" And he's like, "Dude, and then Buzz educated me on who Tony Rice was, and I went on the archive and I downloaded the whole show. I think I gave him a CD of it. I know I had. I'm sure I did because I did that back then. But man, Tony Rice was a thing, brother. The Tony Rice Unit won Best Bluegrass Album of the Year, like, I don't know how many years, maybe in a row even. But Tony Rice was a badass on guitar, man. Just he was like Doc Watson or Billy String style flat picker, but man, he could do like Tony Rice was also the guitar player who played lead on the Pizza Tapes with Jerry Garcia and David Grisman, for those deadheads that are familiar with those recordings. And if you're not, and you kind of maybe care about the Grateful Dead a little bit, seek out the Pizza Tapes and listen to those. That was Jerry Garcia, David Grisman, and Tony Rice doing basically like a little bluegrass album, and they recorded it all on I think they recorded it all on maybe like little tape recorders. It wasn't very well produced at all, and just they did these haunting recordings of. Just imagine Jerry sitting there going, "There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun." Just imagine Jerry doing that with David Grisman just doing these haunting little mandolin licks, and then Tony Rice just, I can't even mimic him. But like, dude, just the Pizza Tapes are great. But yeah, Peter Rowan played with Jerry. Tony obviously played with Jerry in the Pizza Tapes, and they had a mandolin player by the name of Sharon Gilchrist who was accompanying them at that time. Yonder Mountain also had on a guest with them, Daryl Anger on fiddle, and brother, like they were making some evil sounding noises at this show that I saw on February 17th, 2007 at the Thomas Wolfe Auditorium in Asheville, North Carolina. Good Lord. Man. Like, I remember the date because I wrote it on the CD where I burned the CD onto from the archive. I was back in the day. You could get, if you go to a concert and you listen to a jam band, if you listen to jam band music, you go to a concert, you can come home the next night, go to the archive.org, and someone has posted audio, good recording audio, and you could listen to that at home the next night. Yes, that is the first. Honestly, "Man of Constant Sorrow" from "Oh Brother Where Art Thou" is on the pizza tapes. Uh, I hear that, Lucy. Well, I'm honestly going to be getting out of here too because it's like 7 minutes to 8. Um, yeah, 100%. Beer gets it. Beer gets it, man. Uh, Dude, no, I think the Grateful Dead have one of the greatest national anthems. Uh, they did a national anthem before San Francisco Giants game one time in like the early '90s, and they all start out singing in the same key, just tripling up. And then when they get to the chorus, or they get to the pre-chorus, or the in the Rockets' Red Glare, they break off into those beautiful. They kind of take you on a little journey. They start off together, then they break off one by one and go down their own path. By the time they get to end the Rockets' Red Glare, they're in that beautiful three-part Grateful Dead harmony. Everybody talks about the Dead being. It might have been opening day. Uh, you're probably right. But everybody talks about Grateful Dead being like the hippie band and Jerry doing all those noodling sounds on the guitar, and they're all like the trippy band. They don't get near enough credit on their harmonies, man. Like that band, especially when Brett Midland was in the band back in the day, they had some incredible vocals, man. Good Lord. I have not. Monrovia. I'm about to save them in my YouTube music. Hell yeah. Subscribed. Oh yeah, dude, a blowout, a Yankees blowout. Like who wants to see that? The Braves, we don't play till Friday. We start our series with the Royals on Friday, so we don't even we don't even see we don't even see our first pitch until the weekend. I always get this like disappointment when I have to go to sleep. The same disappointment that I get when I have to wake up. I don't know what that is that that does me like that. Where I just I don't know what it is. I never want it to end. I really don't. No, whatever it is I'm doing, I never want it to end. And it doesn't. It could be two completely different things, like awake and asleep. But when I'm doing that, I never want it to stop. But then life comes in, and it's like you have to do this mess. You have to do this mess because you got other mess to do tomorrow. I did just put fresh sheets on my bed. Melancholy. I used to be a little boy. Anyway, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Well, my time went so quickly, I went lickety-splickley down to my old 55. I rolled away slowly, feeling so holy, God knows I was feeling alive. Now the sun's coming up, I'm riding with Lady Luck. Freeway cars and trucks, stars beginning to fade, and I lead the parade, just a wishing I'd stay a little longer. Lord knows, let me tell you that the feeling's getting stronger. Well, it's 6 in the morning, gave me no warning. I had to be on my way, and the cars all were crashing, the lights all were flashing. I'm on my way home from the place, and now the sun's coming up. I'm riding with Lady Luck. Freeway cars and trucks, tell you that the feeling's getting stronger. Well, my time went so quickly, I went lickety-splickety down to my old 55. And the 6 in the morning rolled away slowly. I'm on my way home from the place, and now the sun's coming up. I'm riding with Lady Luck. Freeway cars and trucks. Freeway cars and trucks. Freeway cars and trucks. Stars beginning to fade, and I lead the parade, just a wishing I'd stay a little longer. Lord knows, let me tell you that this feeling's getting stronger. And it went a little Tom Waits. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Trick, Jason, Dylan, Lucy, the great and powerful. Oh well, you know, I stay in touch with my thoughts. I spent many years. I spent many years not in touch with my thoughts. And after I quit drinking, I spent a lot of time alone with them. And I made sense of a lot of it, and I'm proud of that. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with feeling that thing sometimes. You know? But I will say that certain parts of you just have to learn how to coexist with it, because suppressing it won't work. And I've chosen the easier route, which is living with it. Anyway, roll tide, everybody. Be good people. I will be live tonight from the secret show in about 11 and a half hours from now. So you guys got plenty of time to prepare for that. Please show up for the secret show tonight, the live stream, guys. That starts at 7:30 my time here. That is the best thing that I do, I think, in front of a live audience, playing music. It's the thing I've done the longest. I wish more people saw that. So show up for that stream. I know it's not a long one, so you can't just randomly log in and see, oh, he's live on the third or fourth hour. This stream only lasts about a half hour. So please do me a favor, and if you're awake and you're able, please try to make it a point to stop by for that. That'll be in literally about 11 and a half hours from now. So thank you so much for being here, guys, and roll tide. Be good people. Night, night. Oh, wait, you know what? We only got a handful of people, but we may as well send them somewhere. You know what? We're going here. All right, guys, roll tide. I'm choosing somebody playing a game.